Okay. Technical difficulties. But I think we might be live. So bear with me first. Audio. Okay. So this is the first time I'm streaming from my computer. And so all the things that I was trying to do didn't work. So I'm trying to pivot. So bear with me for a second here as we try to figure out how we get this going. Okay. I was trying to use this Insta360 camera to live stream. And then when I just hit start to live stream, nothing was happening. So I'm having to pivot to use my computer's webcam, which thank God it's working. Thank God it's working. So I think we're going to go ahead and get started. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the channel, beautiful people. My good name is Chacha Limited. I'm gonna have to switch my view real quick. Let's see. Okay. All right. Trying to find a good angle. I always try to get my Kenyan flag there, but it's just not doing it right now. It's not doing it at this time, so we're just gonna have to pivot and go with what we got. So as we're doing that, we're also kind of hoping that you beautiful people are gonna pop in. Let me see if we have enough light, or I need this little secondary light here. Okay, actually, I think it helps to make it a little brighter with this light here. So we're gonna go ahead and keep it a little bit as we get started. Okay. And we're double checking settings on the phone to make sure that we're good. All right. Okay, who do we have? Beautiful people. We're gonna be starting here in just a second. I got my water ready. And we're gonna start. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my channel at Chacha Limited. Beautiful people, my good name is Chacha Limited, ChachaUnlmtd. And from the title of this live stream, we're here to have a chat, to have a conversation about what we have learned for the past 18 months, the past a year and a half that we have been content creators. What are the things that I wish I knew before I started content creation, and how far this journey has? I'm trying to position myself to make sure that I'm in the center of the frame. So that's what I'm trying to get there for a second. So bear with me here. I'm not angled that well because I was hoping to use a different camera, but now I'm having to use my laptop to stream. But good thing is that I think I actually like the video quality better on this laptop than anything else. So real quick. So I want to ask you something before we even get into anything else. Um, are you watching your life, or are you living it? Are you watching your life, or are you living it? Because There was a moment, I mean, a real specific moment, um, when I was standing on the sidelines of my own story, when I was thinking about content creation, when I had dreams, I had things I wanted to say, places I wanted to go, people I wanted to meet, a perspective that felt like it mattered. And I was watching other people do it, watching other people create. As you know from our channel, we've talked about our people that have inspired our content creation to the point where we have taken over and trying to navigate and tell our own African stories. Um, and so I was watching other people do it, other people create, and other people travel and build. So who am I? I'm a Kenyan living here in a small town, Virginia. And I grew up with a very different view of the world. It was rooted in culture, in community, in my heritage, and somehow, I ended up in a small town, USA. Two words, one story, but I want two words, but one story. And I thought, if not me, if not now, then when? When am I going to start to tell my story? When am I going to start to create? So that's the point that I decided to not sit on the sidelines and decided to also pick up the mantle and started wanting to tell stories because I was also inspired. I was also inspired to vlog, to start sharing this journey, to build a community because I've seen others do it, and I told myself like I thought I'm good at telling stories, so why not me? So why not me? And so, as we always say on this channel, one story slowly, one step at a time, one video at a time, we are finding our tribe, we're finding our community, change makers, doers, and we're crossing that line from being spectators to being participants. So, are you a spectator or are you a participant in your own life? Hmm? So, before anything, before we get going, let me know where you're watching from. Drop a comment in the comment section. Drop your flag. Let me know what city, where are you watching from. This live stream is also a part of our February live stream challenge that we show up every single day for the month of February to live stream, strategically growing our channel because we believe that if it's not something that is bringing us peace, something that is helping us make money, move intentionally with making a difference in the world and helping someone else, then it's not for us. So the same way we're showing up at the title of this video, this live stream, we're being intentional in sharing that secret sauce of what has worked out for us. So I don't know. Are you a creator? Are you thinking about creating content? Have you started or why not? So let me know. Drop your comment in the comment section. And I read every comment out loud. So I'm ready for us to have this conversation. And I'm looking here on my phone to see if we have anyone joining us. Not yet. And not yet. But welcome, welcome. So if you watch this live stream after we have already aired, make sure that you give us a like, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and please continue watching our videos from beginning to end as we strategically uh, grow our platform. We are super grateful. We have actually reached more than 45,000 views. So most of you beautiful people are supporting us as we grow on this journey, but we still need your support. We hit 1,000 subscribers the beginning of this month, and slowly we're inching closer to getting or obtaining those watch hours. So we're truly grateful, and we're truly being intentional with our content creation. So as I'm waiting for most of you beautiful people to join in so that we can hone in this conversation. So I want to take you somewhere for a second. So picture this. I'm from Kenya, so picture Kenya. The sounds, the early morning light, the chickens crowing, the birds chirping, just maybe you're walking bare feet without shoes on the bare ground, and beautiful people. The community, the way that the community feels is just different. If you're surrounded by people that you share blood and language and your story with. So just imagine that. That's my foundation. That's my lens. That's my Kenyan heritage that I carry into every single video that I produce, to every single live stream that we produce, because we're being intentional that those roots have followed us here. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to be here for about an hour or so, but we're going to be dropping nuggets, wisdom, and whatnot. Now, after that beautiful image of Kenya, now picture this. I'm in small town America, the quiet streets, a different pace of life, a different culture, and just me, a Kenyan, just walking down the street, breathing in. Like right now, it's winter time right now. And so I'm breathing it in, experiencing it, and I'm documenting. At the same time, I'm asking, what does it mean to live between two words? Hmm? What does it mean for you to be a cultural bridge? Right? So, I mean, being in that in between space, that blended experience, um, that's my niche. That's my content. And I'm not just telling vlogs, I'm docu-sharing. I'm documenting our hybrid lifestyle that connects our Kenyan heritage with our hybrid American experience. Um, yeah, so we're not just about showing you places. I'm showing you what it feels to move into those places as someone who has been shaped by my Kenyan heritage, by African identity, and by a mission to live and inspire boldly. As you know, on this channel, we aspire and we're inspired by folks that are telling the African diaspora experience. And we're also moving with intentionality into that space. And now, here's what I know for sure: there are millions and millions of Africans in the diaspora, in America, in Europe, in Australia, and in the Middle East who are hungry for this kind of content. Content that sees them, content that says your story matters, your heritage is an asset, your in between life is beautiful and worth documenting. So if you are a content creator thinking about that space, this is the niche that we're slowly inching, snaking through, trying to find our brand and trying to grow. So we're going to be breaking and dissecting all these points. The space the space I'm building, it's not a crowded space. It's not saturated. It's wide open. So if you're thinking of this niche, it is a wide open. I always say that there are over 1 billion YouTubers right now making content. And so you have a variety and you have a choice. And beautiful people, if you're here, kindly give me a thumbs up, kindly give me a like, push, give that algorithm the ability to know that you're here so that this live stream can pick up as we slowly start to make our way and into our topic. So we're probably going to be here for a good hour. So get ready, get your popcorn, because we haven't started yet. We're just warming up. So the point is, if you're an African creator watching right now, I'm telling you, step into your lane, your specific, beautiful cultural lane, because the algorithm is waiting for your story. Don't wait to start. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. Seize the opportunity for your niche and let's go. So, who am I? I'm a Kenyan living in small town USA. I'm bringing you lifestyle content, bridging the gap between my Kenyan heritage and my hybrid American experience. We're doing lifestyle content, travel vlogs, do-it-yourself home projects, dabbling in between fitness. So I'm going to be sharing all the secrets and everything that I've learned. So we've been on content creation now for over 18 months, and this right here is my Bible. This is my Bible. This is where we're learning. Every time we're learning and picking up skills, tips about YouTube content creation, We have a Bible here that we're documenting and writing it down, taking meticulous scriptures notes, because maybe one day we're going to produce a manuscript, or we're going to produce that secret sauce to getting to where we want to be at. um, so the more that we've been doing this content, I'm thinking about this, and I've talked about our content creation strategies, growth, and whatnot. And I want to acknowledge that we're still a very young channel. We're still very growing, but I feel like I have some little bit of wisdom and nuggets that I can share, that I can drop little crumbs here to also help you. Because as a humble Kenyan villager from East Africa, living between near the border of Kenya and Tanzania, we have had a vast myriad of experiences that kind of gives us an insight into content creation and telling our stories. So it's worth that we share that. So I am by no means an expert. I'm gonna don't say that I listened to your live stream and then I you didn't succeed. Just take the wisdom and figure out how to incorporate and fit that into your own content creation or your own stories. So I think I have broken down 10 different categories, or 10 different topics that we have always talked about and we keep talking about. Mostly you're going to hear consistency, 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 consistency. So I'm not here to tell you or to give you tips that are going to make you blow up overnight. No, I'm going to be talking about real facts, real things that I've learned about this content creation that I'm going to be sharing from the bottom of my heart. So, 1 second here. I want to make sure that my laptop is plugged in because it just dimmed a little bit. And we want to make sure we don't have any snafu. So, my apologies. 1 second. 1 second. I'm making sure that my laptop is connected. Oh, yeah. So, you hear that ding? My laptop was connected, but it wasn't really connected to the power source. So my computer dimmed a little bit. So I kind of knew that, hey, I don't want to be in trouble. We want to make sure that our settings are right. So also when you're producing content, that's the thing, especially when you're real in real life, you don't know what's going to happen. So if you're here in this space, kindly drop your comment below. Let me know. Let's chat. Let's have a conversation. If you're a creator, if you're a fan, you've been here for a while, you know that we show up every single day and we do our live streams. And now we are talking about the different strategies, the different categories, and the different lessons that we have learned about content creation. And as you see from the title of this video, we didn't come this far just to come this far. So we're going to be real, we're going to be intentional, and we're going to be breaking this. And I came down with 10 different categories that we're going to be dabbling into and talking about. So the very first category I'm going to talk about is your mindset and your the motivation to start creating content. Right. Um, I have previously talked about the starting line paradox, that a lot of folks always assume that they need to have all the ingredients together that to make that secret sauce. No. And also a lot of people procrastinate. They try to wait. I was watching a video by one of my inspirations, Mara, and he was Ayamara. You can go check him out on his channel. I always give him his flowers because he's one of the reasons why I actually started content creation. And he was giving advice to two sisters. I think one was from Machakos, another one was from Nairobi in Kenya. And he was just telling them to just start. Like he was telling them, a lot of people try to, even the environment, like you see how haphazard sometimes content can be. Like people have to put all the perfect elements to make sure that, oh, it's like it's not a movie set, it's not a television show. You're documenting, you're vlogging real life. Start, don't overthink it, simplify it, and just do it. So the first category we're gonna be breaking into is mindset and starting the journey. So, yeah, and I'm gonna be tying all this into my own experience as a content creator now for over 18 months, and we just hit that um, that milestone of 1,000 subscribers, which we're truly, truly grateful. But this is only the stepping stone to where we want to be at. So we're still growing intentionally, purposefully creating and connecting, building a community here, one story, one vlog at a time. So we appreciate for every one of you guys that watch our vlogs, watch our live streams, comment, like our videos. We don't take any of you beautiful folks for granted. No, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your investment. And guess what? If you're also a small content creator and you happen to step on our channel, you watch, you like, you subscribe, I reciprocate, I give it back because I believe in the power of paying it forward. I always believe in that. So I want to talk about the moment you decide to stop watching and to start doing. Um, excuse me for a second. Because that decision, that one choice to cross the line from being a spectator to a participant, that is the foundation of every single thing, everything else that you are going to talk that we're going to be talking about today. Sometimes that fast leap of faith can be scary, and I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy. No, it's not. It's difficult because you're being vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there, putting your face on camera for the that's a very daunting task, beautiful people. That's a very daunting task. You're sharing your story and you don't know how other folks are going to take back, how they're going to receive it. We always say that content creation is not for the faint-hearted. It's not a journey that most people are going to make it easy. You're going to have thick skin. So we're going to be breaking all that down. We're going to be breaking all that down. That moment that you cross the line from being a spectator to being a participant to becoming a storyteller, that is the foundation. That is the foundation. And like I said, um, it takes courage. It takes courage, especially when you come from a culture where humility is a virtue and visibility feels like arrogance. But let me reframe that a little bit. Let me reframe that maybe so it can make sense. Visibility in the service of inspiring others is not arrogance, it is generosity. Every video that you make is a gift to the world, to someone who needs it. Maybe someone needs to be inspired. Maybe someone is looking for something to grasp on. So that video, that content that you're making, could be their defining moment. This is what we always say in my line of work or in everything that I do is be kind to each and every person that you meet because you don't know what battles they're fighting. You don't know what hurdles or struggles they're battling. It could be that smile. It could be that opening the door, letting someone pass. It could be ushering them in traffic when traffic is thick. It could be saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" It could be like, "I see you. I see that you're struggling." It could be you see someone who is short on cash at the register buying groceries, and you, out of your heart, pay those groceries for them anonymously, or you just offer to do that. Pumping someone's gas who cannot do it, cutting your neighbor's grass that is older, or shoveling their snow, or just feeding a hungry dog on the street. So that video, don't take it for granted, beautiful people. It could be the difference that someone needs. That gift, it could be the gift that someone is looking for and needing. So from where you come from, with your background, with your accent, with your story, just do it. Forget about what they're going to say. Just do it. So let me know in the comment section for you, if you're a content creator, what was the moment that made you think that maybe I should start creating? Let me know in the chat section. We're live. We're live. This is not a recorded video, so we're live. So I see that we have some folks here. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you're watching from. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so that you can be a part of this conversation. Subscribe so you can be a part of this conversation. By the title of this video, we did not come this far just to come this far. We're going to be dropping some real knowledge, having a real conversation. This is how we strategically move forward with content creation, leveling up in 2026. In this life space, in this platform, we're moving with intentionality in 2026. And I have broken down 5 key components of how we are pushing in 2025. One, it's about growth. Anything that's now bringing me peace, growth, helping me make money, helping me help somebody else, or helping me to make a difference in the world, that is not for me. Peace, growth, money, help someone else, make a difference in the world. Write them down. Those are the key components for 2026 that we're intentionally moving by on these streets of YouTube and in life. That's how we're operating. But guess what? Guys, I'm a part-time content creator. YouTube is my part-time gig. This is how we're trying to level up and earn passive income. I have a 9 to 5 job that I have to be up at at 4 o'clock in the morning and be at work by 8. But we're intentionally showing up and building. So this is not me as a big content creator giving you or telling you what to do. Nah, we're still figuring this path out. We've been doing this YouTube journey for now 18 months. But we have decided to purposefully and intentionally also impart the wisdom, the nuggets that we have already learned about content creation. And if this is your first time in this space, I'm a Kenyan content creator based here in a small town, Virginia. And we are about moving intentionally from the sidelines, from being spectators and being participants in our own stories, in our own journeys, one vlog, one story at a time. Even if we're getting one view, we're still moving intentionally because Rome was not built in a day. So drop your comment here in the chat section. Let me know. Let me know. If you're not a content creator, let us know what you think about this topic. And make sure that you like and comment and watch from beginning to end because you're helping us on the road to success. So that was just a moment there to take a break as we continue with breaking down the 10 components or the 10 categories that I have been amassing in my Bible here of content creation, of nuggets and wisdom about how to do that, even when we're breaking down and coming up with ideas for content. This here has been our Bible for content creation. So we're going to be dropping those nuggets, and hopefully you're going to be able to pick one thing or two things from this. Give me a like. I see that you guys are watching. I don't even have one single like. So sometimes people ask me, is my niche too specific? Am I too niche? And I say that I don't have a niche yet. Because a niche, specifically, you have to find your niche. A specific is how someone watches your video and feels like you made it for them. You know what I mean? Like when someone watches the video and they feel like, wow, that resonates with me. That is so me. Like this video right here, this live stream that we're doing here. Maybe this is the secret sauce that you've been waiting to hear, that you didn't come this far just to get this far. This is your 2026 roadmap to content creation. If you've been doing it and you've been trying to figure this out, we're going to break it down. So we're taking our time. We're not rushing. We're not rushing. We're taking our time. This is not that one quick stop where you get all the key 5 things and then you move on. No, we're here. We're building a community. We're engaging. And if you want to come back and watch all of it in its entirety and take away the key points, that's great also, because we are about building our community. So we are making our vlogs, our stories through our Kenyan lens. We're documenting our blended hybrid experiences right here in small town USA, but also as a kid that grew up from humble beginnings in a village in Kenya, East Africa. We're moving within that space of finding our niche and whatnot. Um, yeah, so we're hoping that we're going to break this down in a way that makes sense to you, beautiful people. So the first key point that I talked about is your mindset when starting your content creation is just start. Don't overthink it, just start. And I think our second point as we move on is your niche and your identity, owning your lane. They always say that when you start, you either have already figured out what your niche is, what are you passionate about, what is the one thing that you can talk about for an hour, for 20, for 3 hours, and you don't get tired about. So maybe that should be your niche. Maybe you should be doing research and figuring that out. So, um, so your niche is the intersection of who you are, not just what you film. And like I said, for me, I'm a Kenyan vlogger, but I'm docu sharing. I'm not just vlogging. I feel like my stories sometimes are kind of like, um, they have an angle. They have something that we're trying to say. We're here in small town USA, but we have a whole range of vast experiences that we want to share. And at the same time, our subgenre of content, it's almost like we have zero competition. So if you are Kenyan in the diaspora or an African in the diaspora, you could start to tell your stories about your African experiences as an immigrant. If you're a Russian in the US, if you're from Ukraine, if you're from Mexico, you have a cultural identity that could be what you want to tell about the stories in your community. Maybe you're a traveler, maybe you're a nurse, maybe you're a CPA. You have something to say, obviously, but so that's your niche. That's your niche. Basically, the intersection of who you are, not just what you film, because a lot of people they start filming something and then they're like, oh, let's keep doing this. But it's like, what are you trying to say? Early on in my content creation, someone really challenged me and asked me, so why should we as the viewers, why should we be watching you? What should we be taking away from your content? What is it that you're trying to tell? That really challenged me. And so every time that I put out a vlog, a live stream, I'm always thinking about that intentionality is like, who am I producing for? Who should be watching my content? Am I just producing content to be watched or just to say that I'm a content creator? Or am I actually have a reason to produce my vlog? And also when I produce that story and make sure it's almost like we're gonna get into the arc and all those different things, but I make sure that I'm moving with that intentionality, like you as my subscriber is gonna appreciate it. Yeah. Um, so the niche or your niche is not a cage. It's a launch pad. You can start specifically with what you want to tell, but guess what? You can also expand slowly. You don't have to be stuck in that one box. So remember, your niche is not a cage. It's just a launch pad to push you towards those stories that you want to tell. So for me, when I started content creation, and I'm still in that space of saying that I'm a lifestyle content creator, but the more that we're growing, the more that we're producing stories. Thank you for the like. I see. Thank you for the like. The more that we're producing stories, the more that we are growing intentionally in these spaces, we're kind of like outgrowing what we initially thought. Because what is that thing, that passion, that fire that made you start content creation? That is what you got to remind yourself in the first place. And also, I've said this before, if you start and you think this is your niche, but it's not working, you have to pivot. Because as I'm saying, as you're finding out who you are, your identity, and your niche, it's about connection. Because at the end of the day, I always say this, without our viewers, without our subscribers, we are nothing. We're only one story away from blowing up, being big because of our subscribers. So the more subscribers that we have, the more likes that we have, the more that the algorithm pushes the videos and the content that we're producing, one vlog at a time, one view at a time, and we're able to connect and somehow we build a community. But those stories have to be engaging. Mr. Beast, he puts up a video, he has 10 million views within 2 hours. All the top content creators, I Show Speed, they're streaming, they have 50 million subscribers watching. What is their secret sauce? What is it that they have done? Because they have identified their niche and what they're doing. But that niche is also not a cage that you have to feel like you're stuck there, that you can't do anything else. So what I'm learning with content creation on YouTube is that the YouTube algorithm, or the way the YouTube is built up, the system and the computer to push content out, is that the YouTube is rewarding clarity. When you have something to say and you're producing and putting that video out, YouTube knows exactly who you're serving, and it's going to find your community for you. So if you're producing a cooking video, cooking videos are doing so well. From my native village in Kenya, in Nyabohansa, Kenya, you talk about African village cooking. I have friends, I have a whole community of folks I know that have switched their niche of content creation to doing African village cooking videos. And those videos are hitting 1,000 views, as people, like 200,000 views. Those videos are doing so well because they have identified their niche and they're finding what works. And once you find that niche, what works for you, sometimes it's like you stick to it. You replicate it over and over again. So that shift, once you find that niche and you're producing that and you're doing it so well, the algorithm is going to recognize you and it's going to start to reward you. That is what I'm finding out as I'm building my content, as I'm looking at the videos what videos are doing well. A good example is when I traveled to Kenya in December and we produced village videos. Oh, those videos are doing so well. You can go check on my channels. Go look at my popular videos and see the videos that have the highest views. Look at that. But at the same time, I have so many different videos about different things, and each one of them are performing differently. So YouTube is going to recognize and reward that content and find the right people for you. So your tribe, or for me, my tribe of explorers, dreamers, and doers, those are the people that are starting to find my channel because of the stories that I'm trying to tell and how I'm speaking directly to them. um, yeah. So I think when we're talking about the niche or your identity on YouTube, it's really about asking yourself three questions. Who are you? What do what you no, I'm trying to say that. What do you uniquely see that others don't? And who do you think needs to see you? So who are you building this content for? What is so special about you that other, like, if let's say if you're doing lifestyle content and you have a million other subscribers, so are you just traveling holding your camera saying, oh guys, look, I'm in Italy, I'm eating sushi, I'm eating sushi is not in Italy, lasagna or spaghetti maybe. Like, what is it that you want your viewers to see? So who are you? What is it that you're trying to tell your viewers, and what is different from everybody else that is trying to do the same thing? And then who do you think your content is for? So once you answer those questions, then you're kind of like finding your lane and slowly moving into that space. So that's our second category, talking about niche. For me, I think my niche is like I'm a Kenyan in America, an African in America, and I'm showcasing my diaspora experiences. So that's kind of like the niche that I am in. But at the same time, we also dabble in our travel vlogs, do-it-yourself projects, and stuff like that. So you grow until you find that thing that is defines what your content is, and then you keep doing it. But at the same time, be prepared to be open-minded to change ideas as you go along. So one of the first things that I learned on from early on that is in my content creation Bible is your hook, your thumbnails, and your titles. Your hook, your thumbnails, and your titles. So you may ask yourself, what is a hook? From So this is what I've come to learn what a hook is. If you watch a Mr. Beast video, the moment that Mr. Beast opens his mouth, within 30 to 90 seconds, you're going to know exactly what that video is going to be about. He doesn't waste time to tell you all these things. Like those big YouTube channels, they don't even care to introduce who they are. They have already made it. They already know what their content creation is. They already know their niche. They don't waste time with that. Within the first 30 seconds, they tell you exactly what's going to be. For instance, if you look at my introduction, I'm always saying, hey, beautiful people, welcome to my channel once again. My good name is Chacha Limited. I'm a Kenyan content creator right here in a small town, USA, producing lifestyle, travel vlogs, do-it-yourself home projects that connect and bridge my Kenyan connection with my American experiences. And guys, in today's video, we're going to be going snorkeling or we're going to be going swimming. I have already established the hook of what my video is. So within that first 30 seconds, even if you don't have audio or you're not narrating, you don't have, or if you're narrating or you have voiceover, your viewer is going to need to be hooked within that 30 to 90 seconds. Unless you are already a big YouTuber. A good example is Ayamara. Ayamara can start his video talking about just about anything for 10 or 1 hour, and he's not introducing what he's saying, but he has already amassed a following of over 500,000 subscribers. So when you have that loyal community of viewers, they're gonna watch regardless. But if you're a small content creator, this is your creator roadmap, your hook. What is your video about? Are you beating around the bush or are you being specific? Within the first, actually they say between the first 30 to 20 seconds, your audience should already know what that video is. In 2026, we are at the precipice of AI. We have ChatGPT, we have all these other chat boxes, and we have even Google. You can search anything and it just tells you the same. Guess what? Also, when you produce a video on YouTube, if you actually look at, you go to, I don't know if it's in a summary or description, but YouTube has already utilized or already incorporated AI into your videos. So when we talk about the YouTube algorithm, we're really talking about the computer or the algorithm, the AI that is already analyzing your videos and is already reading and telling what this video is about. So now they have a feature that you can ask YouTube to summarize a content creator's video to tell them what it's about. So now we are dealing with a whole nother level. The algorithm now can easily summarize that video for a viewer. So that viewer can easily decide whether it's worth their time to invest in your video. So that is where the hook comes in. You have to hook. And the hook, the way you think about it is like if you have ever been fishing, even a simple fishing, you have a fishing rod, and then you have a string, and then you have like that hook, that metal piece that is sharp that you put a worm and you cast it into the water and you wait. And then if the fish takes bait or bites, then what do? You host it and you take your fish. That's the hook. So your goal as a content creator is to hook your audience, to hook your viewers within the first 20 to 30 seconds of you introducing your video or whatever it is, if it's a visual video, whatever it is, your viewers want to know within the next 20 to 30 seconds what that video is about. But if you're beating around the bush, you already lose them, or they're going to stick around for 1 to 2 minutes, and then after that, they disappear. So that's what the hook is. Um, and with that also comes something that I'm learning through the YouTube algorithm called CTR. CTR is called the click-through rate. This is the percentage of people who see the thumbnail of your video and click to watch your video. Um, and the hook, like I said, could be the first 10 to 30 seconds that your viewer gets engaged. That question of what your video is, that bold statement, that thing that is it that people are like, oh, what is Chacha doing today in this video? Or from the title, it's like, wow, I wonder what happened there. I want to watch this video. So from the thumbnail, from your hook, and your title, you're going to be grabbing people's attention because what is it? Right now, we're dealing with instant gratification. We have doom scrolling on our phones. People are just constantly just scrolling on Instagram, on TikTok, on Snapchat. So imagine that people don't have the attention span to sit down and watch a video if it's not engaging for them. So within the first 20 to 30 seconds, if they feel like it's not, then you're not catching them, you might have an amazing, amazing video that is maybe 20, 30 minutes long. But if it's not engaging at the onset, they're not going to watch it. And it's the same thing for me, which is what I came to realize because I always tell people like I can tell or judge whether a movie or film is going to be good within the first I want to say 5 minutes because the what it is for me is I remember when I was in college and we not even college way back when I was in primary school in Kenya or high school. um, when we used to write, stories or write in English writing, it was always emphasized that you gotta have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So the same way, that same structure and whatnot is what's gonna capture people's attention. So I just talked about the hook and why it's important, and then the thumbnail. The thumbnail, if you don't know what a thumbnail is, so let me do this. So if I post like that, or those three different poses that I just did conveyed something. So if I'm posing like this, I'm being thoughtful, I'm being like I'm thinking through a problem or something like that. If I'm smiling, that's not a good smile. If I'm smiling in a video, so that picture, that video that you take, that is a thumbnail, is what, and that you're putting that to be the representation of your video is very important. If you're starting out and you don't know anything about a thumbnail, you can take a thumbnail or take a screenshot of a video that you're doing and put that as a thumbnail. The thumbnail is the image or the photo, the first impression that people are looking at watching. So if your face is expressive, if you have a flag on a corner, if you have text, a graphic text that is describing what the video is, those are the first key things that are going to be pulling people in and engaging people in. So that curiosity that is pulling people in to tell them what is this video about. um, Give me a second here, let's catch our breath. um, so your thumbnail is the first story that you're telling. Before anyone hears your story, before they see your content, they see that tiny rectangle on the screen on YouTube that tells them what it's going to be about. So they have a choice of deciding whether they see another video with a very flashy thumbnail or another video that the doesn't strike them. So they're going to go for that shiny thing because they're maybe thinking like, oh, this looks interesting, so I might actually try that. So when you're branding your videos, your thumbnail kind of becomes your brand identifier. And your face, because remember, this is one thing I learned, your face, you are the star of your channel. So when you think about your content creation, if you're talking about something else, like you see people like Mr. Beast, people like I Show Speed, what do you see in their thumbnails? It's their face. Mostly they're huge on the screen. That's all you see. Because guess what? You're the star of your channel. and the attention should be on you. So that thumbnail also should be capturing you because you're the center of attention. So your title, your thumbnail, and your hook are gonna matter. They're gonna carry your mission, and they're gonna be telling people why they should be watching your channel, and whether it's gonna be engaging. But that's why you see even videos that are boring, but if they have a good title, a good thumbnail, then and a hook, then they're gonna be engaging, and people are gonna watch that. So remember that. So that's our third point. Your thumbnail, your hook, and your titles, they do matter. Uh, there's more deeper things that you can dig deeper if you start looking into the way the YouTube algorithm works. But for me, I'm just kind of breaking down some of the things that I've already gained in my Bible with content creation so far that I'm sharing here. So my point number 4, or my category number 4, is going to be consistency. And consistency is one thing that you're going to hear every content creator talk about. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Consistency matters because this is kind of like a covenant, or a covenant is like a term from the Bible. What is it? With Moses, Moses had a covenant of, with God. It was like an agreement with God that he's going to do A, B, C, D. So the covenant, the consistency is the covenant, or the agreement, the contract that I have with you, my subscribers, with you, my viewers, because that is a promise to you that you're going to show up every single day to watch my video. I'll give you a good example. One of the inspirations to start my channel was Ayamara. Ayamara's brand is that he produces a video every single day of the year. Every single day of the year. Maybe if he's sick, maybe something happens and he's not able to produce a video. But if you go on his channel, 365 days out of the year, 366, depending whether it's a leap or a linear year, he has a video out. Why? That's his covenant with his tribe. He has promised his viewers, his subscribers, that he's going to have a video out every single day. And guess what? You're going to hear people call his channel a cult, that his viewers worship him, the same viewers that we have on our channel. But guess what? It's because of the covenant, the contract that he has built with his audience, because they know that day or night, they're going to show up and they're going to have a video that he has produced for them to see. That is what consistency is. Showing up and putting out content, whether it's a terrible video, whether it's not the greatest quality. That's the covenant that you have with your tribe, with your community, with your cult-like viewers. So when people don't understand that, and when you have built your brand from the bottom to where you are, when you like for us, we remember when we had 10 viewers, 10 subscribers, and now we're talking about 1,000 of you folks are supporting us. It's a great feeling. But we're growing with you, beautiful people. So now I know that I have a covenant with you, an agreement with you, a contract with you, that I'm going to show up and produce content. This covenant is what I'm doing for the month of February. Every single day of the month of February, I have not missed a single live stream. We're showing up every single day, being consistent. So when we're talking about consistency as another category of a content creation, this is what we're talking about. It is the promise that you have to your subscribers that with every video, every upload that you're doing, that, hey, I'm still here, come check me out, and whatnot. So you have to figure out what your consistency wants to be. So now that, like for me, I'm a working professional. I work 40 hours a week, and in between, I find time to produce a vlog. So maybe I can produce 1 or 2 vlogs a week, or maybe do a live stream. That's maybe the consistency that my viewers get to expect. Maybe I'm putting out 1 video a week. Maybe my brand is that I'm showing up every single day producing content. There are even other creators that are putting out 2, 3 videos a day. So Consistency is the contract, the covenant that you have with your tribe, because once you get them used to that, then uh, they're going to support you. So it could be that you don't have enough time like I. You could be if you have time to shoot, you can shoot 4 videos that you're going to have packed up for the day. Maybe you're only able to shoot 5-minute videos or 10-minute videos. You can shoot them in quantity and then come back and edit and have quantity for a whole week. Um, so if your mission is like a long game, um, maybe you shoot here, you take time to edit and produce it like we usually do. You have to figure that out. But the thing is, you're not competing. Don't try to compete with other people. Start, build where you are. And also, if you promise your subscribers, your viewers that you're going to do something, do it, because people like honesty. Your viewers like honesty, so that consistency or what they get used to it, they're going to hold you accountable for that. Because, like I said, there are over 1 billion content creators on YouTube. So if someone doesn't like you, they're going to move on to the next person. The same way that if your videos are not engaging enough, they're going to move on to the next person. So that's point number 4. We're talking about consistency. So, if you're tuning in for the very first time, I'm a Kenyan YouTuber living in small town Virginia. I produce lifestyle content, travel vlogs, do it yourself projects, and for this month of February, we have been intentional and strategic with our content creation where we're showing up every single day and we're live streaming a topic or we're just coming casually and having a conversation. This also becomes an opportunity for you to engage with our channel, for you to ask questions. If you have been a diehard fan from the beginning, watching, and you've been wanting to ask questions, you've been wanting to participate, this is your moment for you to do that as well. Let me actually make sure that our comment section is on because I'm not seeing comments coming in. So bear with us for just a second. For just a second. All right. So I'm just checking on my phone here to make sure that all's good. Sometimes you want to make sure, but also that also tells me that my volume or my sound is good. Because when I'm talking like this, I don't know if the sound is there, but it's very visible and it's good. So we're talking about point number 4, which is consistency. And here is the hardest truth about consistency. You'll not feel it. I mean, there are going to be weeks or days when you don't have those views, the comments are quiet, and you're wondering if anyone is even listening or if even showing up really matters. And the tagline of my channel is that we're boldly moving into space, one vlog, one story, one viewer at a time. So I mean that literally, that I'm trying to post as much as I can, not every other day. And I'm not trying to go viral next week or today, but we're building something that's real, something that's authentic, and also something that is meaningful. We are purposefully showing up, organically building our community because on these YouTube streets, you're going to hear a lot of people wanting shortcuts. I have a lot of SEO experts that are constantly in my comment sections, that are constantly reaching out on my email saying, hey, Chacha, we're going to help you. Like your thumbnails are not looking that great. We can optimize your titles. We can get you 1,000 subscribers within 2 weeks. We can get you monetized within 2 weeks. But this is what I've learned. And I learned this from Mara, that it's going to take time for you to build your brand. Some people get lucky. They can go viral just like that. They can gain those 2,000 subscribers in a week, 2 weeks. But some of the creators, it took them years and years to even get 50 subscribers. But if all the elements, the algorithm and everything aligns, it's just a matter of time before you also hit your stride. um, yeah. So when you're building your community, your dreamers, your storytellers, They're also looking for someone that is authentic, someone that they can trust, someone that they're gonna know and expect, like, hey, I know that if I tune into Chacha's channel, this is what I'm gonna see. They're expecting that. So that is the key to consistency of showing up, even sometimes when you don't feel like doing it. But consistency is the covenant, the contract, the commitment that you're giving to your audience, and they come to expect this from you. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So, point number five, or category number five, that uh, and that I just mentioned about is you're going to hear SEO, you're going to hear tags, you're going to hear algorithms, and you're going to hear playlists. If you have been a content creator now, maybe you just started the other day and these are new times to you. But as I've gotten bolder with my content creation, I've learned about these things. Then I have learned that I need to also, in addition to having hooks, titles, thumbnails, and being consistent, having consistency, I also have to think about when people are searching my videos on YouTube, whatever category, whatever I'm doing, what are those terms or tags or keywords or search phrases that help to catapult your videos to get discovered on the YouTube algorithm? Because as we said, we're talking about AI, we're talking about chat boxes. YouTube already has AI incorporated within its computer systems that when you upload a video, your video is being broken down, is being dissected so that it can get pushed and get sent to the right people, your niche or your style of content, so that people can discover you and watch your videos. So YouTube is the world's largest search engine. Of course, which the first one is. It's Google, and Google is also the parent company of YouTube. So our content creation is also being distributed by Google. Um, and if you think about it, if you have had this term, green content, YouTube actually has become, it's like a university. It's like where everybody's going to find something. If you want to bake a cake, if you uh, want to learn how to make chapati in Kenya, if you want to learn how to fix your wardrobe or do this and that, easily, where the first place you're going to go to is Google, the second place is YouTube, because YouTube is going to have content that is going to show you how to do ABCD. So you got to think about it too. Like when you're producing that content, uh, and people are looking for your content, how are they going to find your content? So that's where tags and algorithms and even playlists come in. So the keyword or the keywords are those words that are sticking out. Let's say, for instance, this video that we're doing right now, this live stream. My title is "I didn't come this far just to get. I didn't get this. I'm even forgetting what the title is. Let me check. I didn't come this far to only come this far. I'm sure that title probably got you here, right? That title is very, very catchy and very unique. So that is the first key thing that is getting people to come to engage with you. So I did it myself. This title is an experiment of how actually to see if this is what I'm talking about is real. And then if you look in my video description, if you look at my video description, basically uh, I have hashtags. Right now, I put all this because we are live and I wanted to share this with you guys. So I have a description. My description is Jambo Fam, Karibu, welcome to Chacha Unlmtd. And I can show you that I'm not making this up. This is what's my description, and the blue what you see, those are my hashtags. You can see the hashtags are Kenyan YouTuber, Creator Roadmap 2026, Diaspora, Live Stream, Live, Live Streaming, YouTube Live, Chacha Unlmtd. So those are hashtags. Those are what we call hashtags. Those are the key identifiers that I'm trying to get the YouTube algorithm to use to push and get this video out. So probably, depending on what content you're searching for watching, this it probably led you here. Those are what we call hashtags. So those are what is pushing or getting people out there. And also, like I have other ones down there as well. Uh, so as you know, these are the metrics or the things that help to measure or push a video out. So yeah. So the keywords in your title, in your description, in your chapter titles, or even your closed captions, they all feed the algorithm or tell the algorithm what your video is really about. So as much as you can shoot your video, you can edit it and you can put it on YouTube, you also have to think about all these other metrics, these things that this powerful computer that is distributing your content and getting that content out to be seen by people. How do you want it to distribute your content? So this is where SEO tags, algorithms, and playlists are going to come uh, into play. So if you think about playlists, like if you back in the day, what did we used to do? You can tell that I'm a gentleman of a certain age if we're talking about mixtapes. Playlist is like a mixtape. So back in the day, it used to be when your favorite song came on the radio, you either had a CD player or you had that radio cassette player and you put in a tape. And then as soon as your song came on, you'd hit record on the radio. And then when your song finished, you'd hit stop. And then you go ahead and compile your favorite songs and put them in a CD because we had CD players that are, you know, I actually just got a CD player to play audiobooks for my son because when I'm driving in a car and sometimes you want to keep them entertained. You have we're trying to do something different. So I actually got a CD player that I can play CDs and make even music for my kid because that's how we used to do, mixtapes and playlists. So a playlist is really arranging videos of similar style so that when you're uploading your videos, if you put a playlist, people can binge watch your content. If they watch one video, then if they click on that playlist, all your videos are categorized or arranged in a certain category. Let me show you, for instance, what I'm talking about so you guys have a nuanced understanding. So if you go to my channel right here, Chacha Limited, I'm going to hover to playlist. So if you see here, I have the first one says USA. The second one says Chacha Unlimited 2026. Then I have travel vlogs. Then you see my shorts. You see my live streams. You see DIY home projects. You see, I'm trying to scroll up. You see life in the diaspora. You see 2024, Chacha Limited, family vlogs, fitness, and so forth. So I have categorically uh, broken my videos and put them in different playlists. So every time that I upload a video, I also have to go to, I think it's the end credits and the cards, and I can select, like, you know how you watch a video and then like the image of the channel pops up, and then on the right hand side, you might have a playlist, and then it might have a recommendation of what video for you to watch next. That's a playlist. So you have to also include those playlists so that when people are finding your content, maybe if they watch one video and they like that one video, they can say, oh, let me see what else Chacha has. And then they can go on to the next video. Or if the algorithm or YouTube pushes out your content, someone stumbles on your channel, if they see an interesting playlist, they can click on that and then like, oh, let me watch one. Guess what? When that first video finishes, it's gonna go to the next one because guess what? It's on automatic play. Like when you're on Netflix, when you're watching a video on Netflix or watching a movie on Netflix or all these streaming services, they always recommend, or they go on to the next show that you didn't even want to watch, but you find yourself watching this and binge watching. So you gotta also be strategic about your content creation in a way that you also want people not to just watch one of your video, but to also consume more of your videos to help you with your growth, to help discover more. And then if they like those playlists, then they're able to push your channel out there and recommend your videos to people. So those are, so someone who was intending on watching 10-minute video, if you have a 10-minute video on your channel, if they find it interesting, they are going to search for another video. And if you have a playlist, my friend, you might find that someone might spend a whole day or 3 hours watching your content when they had only intended on just watching 10 minutes, or maybe they accidentally stumbled upon your channel, and now they're providing watch hours, or they're helping you with your channel growth. So that is how you level up. That's how you think about playlists and how they come into helping you and whatnot. So there are many tools out there like TubeBuddy, vidIQ, that you can either pay to help you organize your metrics or provide or recommend tags. But a lot of what I do is sometimes, depending on what video I do, I can also look what if someone else did a similar video or whatever it is. Sometimes they even have what they call YouTube tags. What is it called? Extractor. Like they actually have a web browser that you can click. If like you're sharing someone's video, if you click copy the link of their channel, you put it into the YouTube, into the website that is like a YouTube tag extractor, it's actually going to extract and tell you the tags that someone used to help their video get 1,000 views or 10,000 views. So there are all those secrets out there. So if you are leveling up and starting to push, and you're that level where all these things are making sense to you, then you definitely have to level up, because content creation is also changing with AI. But you have to stand out. That's how you're going to make it. Um, Let me take a break here for a second. So if you're new here, or if you're watching our live stream after we have already aired, we did not come this far just to come this far. That's the title of our live stream, right? Uh, I didn't come this far to only come this far. The 2026 roadmap for creators, right? So let's demystify something about the algorithm here for just a second. Because a lot of times you hear the algorithm, it scares people. People are like, what the heck is this algorithm? The algorithm is really not your enemy. It's actually deeply on your side. Like we said, that once you identify your niche and once you start to put all those ingredients and the secret sauce together, the algorithm starts to reward you, because it starts to see you by being consistent, being showing up, by having that covenant with your subscribers, that contract that, hey, I'm going to be producing this stuff, by having the right hooks, the right titles, thumbnails, and stuff like that. The algorithm is going to favor you, because if you're having all the ingredients and everything together, it will work. But it doesn't always work like that. But the algorithm is not your enemy. It's just there to help you level up. So every title that you write, every description that you craft for your video, if you put chapters, which is something that I haven't figured out yet to do, if you put captions or titles, basically what you're telling YouTube is that this video is for people who search for this. And when those signals are specific and they're being consistent, then YouTube is going to find the right audience, the right people, and deliver them to watch your content. So that's not magic, it's strategy. The same way that we're talking about, we're showing up every single day and producing our content and engaging with you guys. That's the same way. So for me, let me show you. So when I was crafting this video, um, do you see you see the thumbnail? The thumbnail says your roadmap 2026. And the title you can see there. So that image, that thumbnail that I have there, that's strategic enough that I'm creating all those elements, hoping that the algorithm is going to use that image, use the title, use the hashtags that I have described to push that video out. So the algorithm is going to be your friend when you strategically use it the way it's supposed to happen. The playlist, is something that is so underused, especially by small content creators. So build your playlist according to your chart, to your videos, categorize them, and give people. You can even share that in your community post to tell people like, hey, you have this playlist and you want them to check out. So that is how you help your viewers to also identify and know what your content is and how you're producing it. Um, so, quick question for you. If you're a content creator, do you have playlists on your channel? Yes or no? And if you're watching this after the fact, let me know. And if you're learning something that you didn't know before, kindly drop a comment in the comment section. Like, share, help somebody else who's learning how to be a content creator to level up. Because I believe that knowledge is power. But guess what? Only when shared. So there's no point of knowing all these ingredients, this secret sauce to leveling up on YouTube, and you're keeping that knowledge to yourself. Share that. Share that. And if you get a small content creator showing up and supporting you, paid back, paid forward, subscribe back to their channel, go comment on their channel, help them to grow as well. If they're showing you love and appreciating you, the least that you can do is also to support them. So let's move on to point number 6. Um, yeah. So we have been talking about watch hours for a hot moment now because we just reached the threshold of 1,000 subscribers. And hopefully we can break these watch hours down in a way that makes sense. So 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers are the required metrics that unlocks the YouTube partnership program. What am I talking about? Talking about monetization. So you have to have 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 watch hours for you to be monetized on YouTube. That is, you start to earn money from ads that are getting broadcasted on your channel. So the threshold that has been set by YouTube so far as of 2026, today is February 25th of 2026, is that you got to have 1,000 watch hours, and you got to have 4,000, I'm sorry, you got to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So we just hit 1,000 subscribers about 3 weeks ago, and now we're chasing watch hours. So what are watch hours? Watch hours is basically this one. I think we're going to talk about retention. Retention is how are you keeping your audience engaged and watching your videos? How much time is your audience really spending watching your videos? So let's say if I produce a 10-minute video, if you, as my subscriber, if you who have found my channel is coming on here, you watch 10 minutes straight of my video, those are 10 minutes of content that if 6 of you watch those 10 minutes from beginning to end, 6 times 10 is 60. 60 minutes is 1 hour. So it means that I would need at least 240,000 minutes to get to 4,000 watch hours. I think so. That's if you do the math of, let's do it real quick so that we make sure we're right. Putting out the calculator. So if we do, 60 times, oh, no, no, no. I said 240. So 240,000 divided by 60 is 4,000. So we're talking about YouTube wants you to have 4,000 watch hours. And if one watch hour is 60 minutes, that means that we need 240,000 minutes for us to be able to reach the threshold of uh, earning income or earning money from our content. So when we are always saying kindly watch our videos from beginning to end, that's what we're talking about. It means that when you watch our videos and don't and from entirely from beginning to end, especially before we get monetized, then you're helping us to achieve the watch hours that we need. Like we said, if it's a 10-minute video, um, and you watch that from beginning to end, I'm gonna need at least 60 of you guys to watch to get to 60 minutes. And I'm gonna need 240,000 minutes to get to 4,000 watch hours because every 60 minutes is 1 hour. So that's how we're breaking that out. So then once we become monetized, every time that you don't skip an ad, when it comes on a YouTube video, that ad, whoever is placing that ad, they pay to put the ad on YouTube. So if you don't skip it, I, as a content creator, is going to get a percentage of that income at the end of the month. Google is going to say, "Hey, this is how many watch hours you have made," and depending on where I am in a world, uh, and they're either going to send me, $2 or $3, depending on how many views I have and how much time people spend watching my videos. So that's how monetization really works. So yeah, so I hope that makes sense. Um, yeah. So I'm hoping that you guys can. Right now, what I'm chasing are the 4,000 watch hours. So I'm hoping that you can watch this live stream from beginning to end, so that you can help us gain the watch hours that we need on the road to success. So we're being intentional. We're showing up every single day. But this is a topic that I know a lot of small content creators really want to know how to level up. But I'm not a big YouTuber. I am just growing. But I have my blue book, my Bible of content creation right here. Taking notes from the beginning for the last 1.5 year as we've been building and growing. We've been learning. We've been taking the time to learn what works and what doesn't work so that we can level up here in 2026. So, as we talk about watch hours, retention, and getting monetized, uh, we need your help for us, definitely. So, we also have shorts on YouTube and stuff like that. I produce shorts here, but I know for me, my long-term strategy is that with shorts, I think you need like 1 million. Is it 1 million or what? Let me see. So I don't pay too much attention to the metrics of short videos because that is just a far stretched mark to do. So I'm going to the YouTube studio on my phone. So, oh, so for shorts, you need 10 million watch hours to be able to earn money from YouTube shorts. Um, anyways, so that's very interesting. So we haven't been paying attention to that. So the other thing, if you're content creation, is that Google has the Google Analytics, so it has the analytics within your channel that it breaks down who is watching your channel, how much time they're spending watching your channel, who, the age, what country, and so forth. So those metrics are also very important in helping you to figure out what content is getting pushed. Maybe when you're trying to figure out your niche, you're seeing how many people are consuming this and stuff like that. How much time are they spending watching your videos? What are the age? Are they female? Are they male? So those are the things that you consider as you start to level up with content creation. And YouTube has those tools already built into YouTube Studio or into your YouTube channel as a creator. You just need to spend time to learn them and figure out how they can help you to level up and whatnot. So, as we're concluding about watch hours, retention, and getting monetized, um, The watch hours are really the metric that you want to worry about, not the views. Because let's say if you produce a video and you have maybe you have 1,000 views on that video, but guess what? Let's say if those 1,000 views, it meant that 1,000 people showed to watch your video, but they only watched 2 minutes. Maybe they watched 1 minute. So the views are going to count that you have 10,000 views or you have 1,000 views. But remember, when it comes to watch hours, how much time did they actually spend watching your videos? And that's where all these other secret sauce, all these other elements, the hook, the thumbnail, the title, when you have already hooked your audience and you already have engaged them, your story is interesting, then they are going to stick around. You're going to retain them to stick around and keep watching. And if they watch, they're also likely to also go back and watch another one of your videos. So that's how watch hours. So it's not really what I'm learning now. It's not about the views anymore. We're not, I don't care. I'd rather have a video that has 10 views. But that means that if 10, those 10 of you, if you actually watch my video from beginning to end, then if I produced a 1 hour video, it means that I have one watch hour. But if you showed up and watched 30 seconds of my video, guess what? I'm gonna need like 100 more people watching 30-second portions of my video for me to even get to the 60 minutes or to get to get to one watch hour. So that's what I've discovered, that it's not the views. It's really about the watch hours. And yeah, views feel good. Of course, you're feeling like, oh yeah, look how many likes I have, look how many views I have, because you're trying to feel validated. But remember, I've said this in my channel: the only person that you should be worrying about when you wake up in the mirror is the person that is staring right back at the mirror with you. So, guys, it's not about the views, it's about the watch hours, because those watch hours is what is going to help you level up with getting watch hours, especially if you're still a small creator, trying to figure out how to grow, trying to figure out how to level up and whatnot. So, those are the secret sauce, the things that I'm discovering. And we're putting all those information here in my blue Bible of YouTube content creation. So maybe one day it's going to be a book. Maybe soon we'll have a book out about what we've learned about content creation. Yeah, so I believe that knowledge is power, but only when shared. So we're sharing these secrets out, but also this is an opportunity for you to connect with. We didn't come this far just to come this far. So I'm giving you the real sauce. I'm giving you the roadmap to content creation, but at the same time, if you know anything, you don't know anything at all. If you know anything, you don't know anything at all. So I'm only sharing what I've learned that is working for me, and it might not be the same case for you. But if this is resonating with you, kindly give my video a like. Uh, and if this is your first time here, kindly subscribe. Kindly subscribe as you help our community grow. And like I said, we're talking about watch hours, so make sure that you watch from beginning to end, because it's not about the views, it's about how much time that you're spending to actually watch my content. So I'm working hard to make sure that my content is engaging, that you're learning something from it, that you after this you're gonna share this, say, oh yeah, man, if you're trying to start content, go check that video by Chacha Limited. That hit it on the mark. So with watch hours, it's not about the views, it's about how much time people are spending watching your watch hours. I'm sorry, watching your videos. But the more importantly than the threshold of the 1,000 or 4,000 watch hours, the watch time tells you that the stories are learning, that the people are connecting with you, and that's why they're staying. So if you're doing content and people, like people are not watching that long, then it means that you hook you, and after you've already hooked them, they're not sticking around because maybe your content is boring, your content is not doing something for them. And so they're trying to find something else. So that is going to lead us to talking about uh more next category. But more than the money is that once you connect with your people, and like I said, uh consistency. The consistency is the covenant or the contract that you have with your audience. So once you have built that trust and they trust you and you're being honest and you're growing with them, they are going to come back and watch you consistently. And so they are also going to be willing to stick around and say, hey, let me find out what today's video was really about. And so they're going to watch it from beginning to the end. I hope that this is connecting and it's actually imparting your knowledge about how we're moving on these streets of YouTube and being strategic. And if that is happening, I urge you to not sleep on me. Go ahead and like this live stream and help us on the road to success. So I'm just taking a moment to sip water because we're imparting knowledge to you guys. So we also have to hydrate. Actually, I might have to go back and quickly uh, grab more water here in a second. So point number seven or category number seven that I'm going to talk about is collaborations. Collaborations is really building your community or building a tribe together. So if you're new here and this is you haven't been to a space, so we were just in Kenya in December. We were in Kenya for a whole month, and we were moving at a very high speed with intentionality. And one of the things that we did do was collaborations. I connected with other YouTubers, and I actually learned something very valuable that I can do this video, but I can also change the setting that I can be collaborating with somebody else in a video. Although I'm producing it, we could be collaborating or we might be doing a live stream together. So collaborations are very, very important. So when we were in the village in Kenya, we did videos with, we got shout outs from different folks, Brother Dagi, Mayugno, I am Mara, Chef Matiko, it's Nasto, I am Natashli, Cloud Joseph, and Minhawi, Fadela TV, and so many, many of other Nyapohansi YouTubers. Nyapohansi is a humble village, which is a YouTube mecca in Kenya, where I come from. That's what I'm talking about, where we were. And it's also the inspiration for me to become a content creator as well. So you can go check out or Google Nyapohansi, and you're gonna find information for you about what Nyapohansi is. So when we're talking about collaboration, is when you collaborate, you do content with creators that are at your level. So when you're kind of cross promoting each other, that is the fastest way to organically grow, because if you get featured on someone's channel, you're telling this and that, then they're also exposing you to their audience and vice versa. So your travel lens makes collabos natural. So when you're collaborating with other people, it provides you the opportunity to easily connect with other people. So let's say if you travel to a different country, you travel to a different village, and if you connect with someone from that village that shows you around or you do a video with, guess what? That person is introducing you to the community, is introducing you to other people or even other YouTubers. So that those other YouTubers are going to say, "Oh yeah, man, I like your stuff. Let me give you a shout out also." So they're kind of exposing you. So the more collaborations that you're doing, you're engaging, you're connecting. In the professional words, what collaborations are like, it's really about networking. A lot of times in the corporate world, it's about who you know. Talent can only take you so far, but who you know can also open doors for you. So it's the same thing with collaborations. That when you're collaborating with other established content creators within your niche, within your space, they're exposing you to more of an audience, to more content creators, and you're gaining subscribers, you're gaining more views and more watch hours. So consider collaborations as networking in a professional world. Because as you know, sometimes you have to know somebody who knows somebody. That's how you get a job in the real world. So think about networking the same as collaborations with content creation. At least that's the easiest way that I can break it. Uh, yeah. So, and also like when you're doing content creation, be open to like if for me, what I've learned and I'm becoming comfortable is interviewing people on the streets, or if I'm doing content, just like like going and just not being scared to talk to somebody. And they might not like it, but then that connection and sometimes can happen instantaneously. So you have to, in Kenya we say kujituma, lazima ujitume, you have to send yourself. So the same way, if you send yourself, then and you collaborate, you interview people, then you're going to be able to capture moments, because a lot of times with content creation, even live streams, you might be planning one thing, but then you end up doing different content because you never know what's going to happen once you turn that camera on. So yeah, so you just have to be open. Uh, so I'm sure that there's probably a creator out there right now. Um, you're probably watching this live stream, or uh, you know, and you've been thinking of reaching out to that person, to that other content creation creator, like, "Ah, I want to collaborate, I want to do this and that." Stop sitting on the sidelines. Just go ahead and do it. Because if you never try, you're never gonna know. That's what they say. So go ahead and reach out and don't be afraid. Just make it happen. Collaborate with somebody. Give them a shout out and see what happens. You have to be willing to try. And even if it's not the best, then just try again. But by collaborating, your collaboration is going to double your audience overnight. And they're also going to be able to connect with your people and you with their people as well. That is a true statement. In December of 2025, I left Virginia, USA with 438 subscribers. I traveled back home to Kenya. We went through Egypt. We went and saw the Giza pyramids in Egypt. Then we hopped back on a plane and went to Kenya. That was a strategy of us trying to travel with limited resources back home, produce more content. When I landed in the village, I connected with one of the content creators in the village. His name is Brother Dagi, and he took me to different content creators because he knows everybody. So through those collaboration, and I also ended up doing content creation with a lot of YouTubers, like I've already mentioned, Chef Matiko, Ayamaro, and so many others. By the time I left Nyambohansi Village, Kenya, I grew from 438 subscribers. I was at, I believe, 890 subscribers. So we grew over 500 subscribers within 3 weeks because of collaborations and because of shout outs from other content creators. So when I'm talking about this, I'm not just talking about smoke. I just shared in my community posts that we just hit 45,000 views on our channel, but I also have 3 or 4 different slides or pictures that shows you how we were gaining our subscribers quickly through those 3 weeks. So go see that, and you can see that we're spewing real facts and real information. We're not just blowing smoke to you. So yeah, so we're very, very intentional with that as well. Um, so, and also, I always say that I pay it back. I pay it forward. That if you're a small content creator, you subscribe to my channel, guess what? I'm going to subscribe back. If you like my videos, if you leave a comment on my videos, guess what? I will pay it back. I will reciprocate because I believe in the power of paying it back. That's how you grow. That's how you get blessings. and move intentionally in these spaces. Like I said, knowledge is power, but only shared. So we're sharing this so that we can help you as a small content creator to level up. This is your roadmap in 2026 to achieving and leveling up as a content creator. So we're spewing real facts here. So as we move along, our category number 8 or point number 8 is filming and what type of equipment people use to film. So I have said this and I keep repeating. For me, this right here, my phone, is the biggest content creator asset that I have. Because with my phone, especially if I'm filming at night, I have a flashlight that I can turn on and my video is going to be as crisp as what you're seeing right here. Also, my phone, I have enough memory and capacity to make sure that I can record a full video without worrying about an SD card or this and that. I have struggled with buying cameras. I invested in a GoPro camera. This is a GoPro Hero 13 that is no longer functional. Because I thought when I was starting content creation that you had to have the best cameras, that you had to do this and that. So I hassled and I acquired a GoPro camera. And because I thought, this is what I wanted to do and whatnot. But I got so many different challenges with that camera, and they accidentally ended up falling in water, and then it stopped working. And I tried everything within my power to try to restore it, and I succeeded. I actually had to put that camera in rice for a week, and then sun dried in the sun, and it finally came back to life. But because it was damaged that first time when water went inside it, I went home to Kenya. We filmed a lot of content. We were doing so well, but that camera was glitching left and right. So when I came back to the US, that camera just stopped working. So now this is has become my top priority for filming because it gives me so many accessibility and options to film. But I always say this and I keep saying it. This start with what you have. You don't have to have the top camera. You don't have to have this and that. We have talked on this channel about the paradox, the what is it? The paradox of the line of paradox. No, I can't remember what actually it is. If it comes back to me, I'll mention it. But it's the fear that you gotta have everything together matching perfectly fine for you to start doing something. So a lot of people, especially when they're starting content creation, they think like, I have to have the best camera, I have to have a GoPro, I have to have this and that. But no, this I have learned is the best. Whatever phone you have, I have an iPhone, uh, but I used to be not to get into the politics of Samsung and iPhone, but I when I thought about doing content creation, I needed a phone that had capacity to actually help me to film and stuff like that. So that's how I ended up getting this phone. And I've had this for over 3 to 4 years now, and it's working perfectly fine. So start with what you have. That smartphone that you have that can record video and it has sound, start with that. You don't have to have the fancy equipment. You don't have to have anything. A lot of my videos when I started, I was just holding my phone like this, and a lot of them sometimes I don't have a tripod or something to hold on. Uh, like now, I have this that is magnetic on my phone. I can hold this and I do this uh, and whatnot. But with content creation, start with what you got. Start small. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Just start with the one that you have. The best camera you have is the one you have and the story that you're willing to tell with it. And then as you grow, then you can worry about upgrading. But also, what I'm learning now is audio. Sound quality is more important. So as I'm leveling up and thinking about content creation right now, what I'm working on is getting a microphone that I can plug into my phone when I'm recording videos so that you guys can hear crisp clear, because I realize if I'm outside and it's windy, my I can record, but then when I come to edit and put the video together, no, I feel like the video is not doing justice, or my sound is not doing justice, because you beautiful people are not able to hear everything that I'm saying. So I'm learning also that audio, you want to make sure that people can hear you. But when you're starting content creation, start with what you got. That camera that you have, whether it's your phone, whether it's that cheap action camera, whatever it is, start with that. Don't overthink it. Don't over think that you have to buy the most expensive equipment to start. You start with what you got, and slowly you upgrade to what you want to do with film, with also with editing. You don't have to have the top line software. Like I use a lot of music with my editing, but a lot of I don't pay for any music because I cannot afford it. So I use a lot of free YouTube audio library media, like uh, music that YouTube has licensed, and you can use it for free for creating videos. So if you watch my videos, you might see like a song on the bottom that is green out. It tells you the name of the song. So I'm using those songs because I cannot afford a subscription to have free music. So I use with what I have. So you start and you level up slowly, but you have to stay within your lane. You cannot go for an expensive camera when you're struggling to to do this or that. So you start with what you got, and then slowly you build it from there. Whether you can afford a GoPro, whether you can afford a DJI, whether you can afford the latest Samsung Galaxy or the latest iPhone. You go within your means and what you can afford, but start with what you got. So let's be real. Let's stop the BS. Let's kill the equipment excuse right now. uh, and I'm just saying that respectfully, but also very firmly. Your phone can shoot in 4K. It has optical image stabilization. It has a microphone. It can connect to your editing software. It can broadcast studio in your pocket. And your phone is a smart computer. Think your phone as a computer that has been decompartmentalized to be in your pocket, and it has a camera. Because if you remember back in the day, we used to have the camera that you used to take pictures on, the small DSLR cameras and stuff like that. But once the evolution of smartphones, that you have cameras incorporated within your phone, you no longer need a real camera, because this can take up to 4K, up to 8K, depending on how expensive or how your top brand is. So start with your phone, start with what you got. I believe on any given day, this is the one device that I always make sure that it's fully powered, or sometimes I have a backup uh, battery, uh, portable battery, so that if I need to charge my phone when it's died and I need to produce content, I can always rely on my phone. So start with the phone. That's your most powerful asset that you have. Yeah, so a lot of people make excuses, but almost everybody has a smartphone or has a phone. So start with that. That's what you got. The decision to use it, to be consistent with intentionality and in your mission of producing your content, then you will make it. But if you keep making excuses, or oh, I don't have the perfect camera, or I need this and that, no. You just have to start and keep going, and then slowly you upgrade as you go along, as you can afford it and whatnot. Uh, but sometimes you also say that it takes money to make money. So as you grow, you start generating money, and you want to invest in that top line equipment, or someone helps you do that, please do. But don't make the excuse of saying that you need a perfect setup or a perfect phone or perfect camera to do that. Just start with where you are. So, beautiful people, if we are spitting real facts, real truths, go ahead and give a like to this video, drop a comment below. Make sure that you share with a friend of a friend. And if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And we really, really appreciate you guys because we're chasing our watch hours. And I always say on this channel that I'm only successful when you people, my beautiful subscribers, are watching our videos and commenting and helping us to grow. So one second. So sipping the last water that I have here as we are kind of hammering down our points. Um, so category or point number 9 is editing. Editing really is kind of like where your story finds its rhythm or finds its shape or yeah. So editing is not a technical skill. Um, it's really a storytelling skill. If you ask me, I'll say that editing is not a technical skill because a lot of content creators, and I think if you think about it, like as a content creator, we shoot our videos ourselves, we edit our videos ourselves, we produce our videos ourselves. So we are like filmmakers and storytellers all in one. A lot of content creation is very time consuming. Personally, when my style of producing vlogs is that I usually film and then I go sit down, edit, put music, tell the story, and then I produce the video and release it, and you guys are able to see that. A lot different content creators do different things. I know content creators that do everything on their phone. They film using their phone, or if they have a GoPro, they will film using the GoPro, and then they're going to transfer the media to their phone. They're going to use an app on their phone to edit, put tags, put graphics, and then they quickly export the video to YouTube just like that. Everyone's process is different. So editing is not a technical skill that everybody has. It's a something that you teach yourself. It's a storytelling skill. So learn to think in stories, not just in clips. So one of the things I've learned is that when I'm shooting content, I'm also thinking like, okay, what do I need to, what story am I trying to tell, and what do I need to edit? So a lot of people, when they're shooting, they're being conscious of how they're going to edit. So a lot of people, depending on the story they're going to tell, they're going to be filming a lot of B-roll. B-roll is those, like if you have, depending on what type of vlog you're doing or story you're telling, that you're going to have a lot of background footage that you can incorporate within your video. Those are called B-rolls, depending on what niche or what brand of content you're telling. So a lot of people shoot with that intentionality of kind of thinking of like, okay, how am I going to edit? So when you're thinking about editing, it's think about it as a story, not like the clips that you're filming. Because at the end of the day, you have a story to tell, and that story is going to come together wholesomely. They say in making movies, the magic happens in the editing room, but also it also comes with from the acting, the directing, and everything else. So you as a content creator, you are a filmmaker, you are an actor, you the producer, you are all the things, and you don't even think about it. But if someone actually gave you a script to shoot a movie or TV show, you could probably do it because you've already been producing content on your own. So don't let editing limit you. Um, and also learn what works for you. A lot of people use CapCut, different people use DaVinci. But for me, I think I love editing software that is very easy to use. And I'm not going to name drop what I use, but if you want to know, you can write me an email and we can share tips and whatnot, what doesn't work and what works. But I love an editing software that is smoothless, that I don't spend too much time trying to figure this out. I use a lot of graphics. Use a lot of stickers. I use a lot of music in my editing. So I want that software that is quick and easy to navigate, easy to use. And also when I'm processing or exporting my footage or my movie or my vlog, it doesn't take a whole day for me to do that. So think about that when you're editing and whatnot. Uh, so with I already said with music, I use YouTube Audio Library Music. A lot of people use Epidemic Sound or Artlist, but if you can afford it and you're investing in your craft, definitely do that. For me, I use free music from the YouTube Audio Library. Um I haven't dabbled yet with color grading my videos with LUTs and all that type of stuff. I think the one thing maybe I've done here and there is probably put captions or put subtitles in maybe certain sections. Let's say if I have music that's going to give me copyright, I can mute that section and put subtitles. Or what I just discovered now with the software I use, that if you have music in the background, you can extract the vocals and then mute the background. Like, let's say if you had guitar or you had some music, so you extract the vocals, then you mute the other section, and then you can add a different type of music for free, you depending on what you're doing, and that prevents copyright. So it's always a constant skill that I'm learning and utilizing and doing that. I've started to use a lot of transitions in my videos. Like I've taken the time to kind of like uh, produce high quality videos, not just a video just like that. So sometimes when we're producing vlogs, our vlogs we can shoot today, but we maybe it's gonna come out a day or two later because then I go and spend time to edit, put the story together to make sure that it's a fully produced product that you're gonna enjoy and appreciate as well. So yeah, so with editing, really, editing is where the raw footage becomes the story your audience really, really wants to see or they want to experience. And for me, like I said, I take the time to put my stuff together. But something I've learned is that not everything needs to be fast. Not every cut or clip needs to be perfect or sharp. I can spend a lot of time trying to put something be unique, look great, but sometimes I can just say, yeah, just let it be the way it is. But it really depends on what story and what you're trying to convey to your audience and stuff like that. So if you love to spend time editing, producing your content, making it look good, please do that. But for if you're starting, don't worry too much about like everything being perfect. One of the lessons I learned from early on is like if it's imperfect, if it's not looking great, just produce it and let it be there. Because at the end of it, when you grow, when you have become big, you're gonna look back on your former self and that first video that did not have good quality, that looked terrible, and you're going to appreciate your growth of how far you have come. And the first thing is that you have to start and you have to put it out there. I have actually produced videos that either were overly exposed, did not have the best sound quality, but it's because I learned from early on that if I tried to be a perfectionist, I was not going to be able to produce anything. So I just had to release it the way it was and expect that the universe and the algorithm are going to be kind to me. But you have to keep moving uh, and figure out if it doesn't work, you pivot, figure out what works, and keep going. So that's editing. And I feel like I've been talking and talking now, but I think we're close to tying up. So I appreciate you guys sticking with that. So our last category or point number 10, it's really about motivation and your long game. Because I think a lot of times, if you've been doing it for a hot minute and you feel like you're hitting a point where you feel like, man, is this even worth it? Why am I still spending so much time producing content? Nobody's watching. So you're gonna hit that plateau where everything feels like it's not worth it. But I think we were talking about this the other day that the gap between quitting, I wish I could remember what I actually said. I'm gonna go back. I need to get those clips and do shorts on them because that was a very powerful thing. I cannot remember now what I said. Wow, I wish it could come back to me. But anyways, but what I do remember when we're talking about motivation and discipline. Motivation is that thing that when you first think about content creation, what gets you excited and you get started is like, oh, I want to do this video, let me do it. But the secret sauce comes in the discipline of being consistent and doing that. So discipline is what keeps you coming back and showing up and doing it. That helps you with consistency. So you might start, you blow up big and everything is going well, but then there's going to reach a time where it feels like there's no movement, everything is stuck, everything is stagnant. And that dip, when those views are low, when you don't find the motivation, that's a real, it's like what is when a writer cannot, writer's block, when a writer cannot write or produce something because they're stuck. Content creation can be like that sometimes. So that dip is real. And most creators quit right before they have a breakthrough moment. So when you're feeling those lows that you don't feel like you can do it, keep doing it. Because I'm learning that that's the brink of, you're at the brink of success. And maybe you're just one video away that is going to make you viral. You never know. So when you're feeling those lows, that dip, don't quit yet. Don't quit yet. Just celebrate every win, every view that you get, every subscriber that you get, celebrated. And that's what we're being intentional with. Every little milestone that we reach, we are appreciating you, beautiful people, our subscribers, because we know that without you, we are nothing. On these YouTube streets, there are over a billion streams, there are over a billion subscribers, different content. But for you guys that are showing up, investing your time, and giving us love, motivating us, we want to say thank you. We want to say thank you. So we are celebrating you every win. We appreciate that. From our first subscriber to where we are, from our day ones, we're all saying thank you and grateful to you, beautiful people, because without you, we are nothing. So that's the other thing I'm learning, which I'm not good at, is constantly looking at how many views you have on a video, the daily numbers and stuff like that. That's what something I'm learning, that I need to detach myself from that habit, because that also can create, uh, it can kind of create something kind of like you're gonna be like, no one is watching. But if you're constantly, showing up and doing what you need to do and not worry about how many people are watching, that's going to be like you care and you're passionate about the craft, you're passionate about the vlogging, the storytelling, and those are the elements that success is going to come later. Uh, so detach yourself from the numbers, how many people are watching, and focus on the discipline of showing up and being consistent and finding those stories to tell. Because your mission, if you remember when you started your channel, it was bigger than just the metrics of how many views you have. That initial passion of like, what is it that you makes you want to show up every day and produce content? That's what you're gonna remind yourself of. So when you're feeling like it's not happening, then you're gonna keep showing up and doing it, because that consistency sooner or later is gonna pay back. Because our goal for this channel is that we're stepping off the sidelines from being spectators to being participant, and we're boldly moving to inspire others, change makers, storytellers, one vlog, one story at a time. So that's what we have to remind ourselves, that this is not just about mm, us, but about you, our community, that we're growing organically with you as well. So if you're a small content creator, this is your roadmap to leveling up. Remind yourself that you didn't come this far just to quit, right? And then, as the title of the video says, I didn't come this far to only come this far, right? Uh, so, so if you're a creator, you've been doing this for a hot minute and you're kind of you're not feeling it anymore. This is for you. This is for you. If you have been posting, you have been consistent, and the numbers aren't moving the way you wanted them to. And there's a voice in your head, in the back of your head saying, maybe this isn't for me, right? That you're not good enough, that maybe you started too late. But the thing is, don't compare yourself with everyone else. Your only competition is yourself. The guy or the lady that you're looking right there, that is staring right back at you, that's your competition. So I need you to hear this. The dip that you're in right now, that valley between starting and breaking through, that is where almost every successful content creator has stood before you. At that margin of like, I don't know if I could do it, or maybe it's time for me to quit. But a lot of those big YouTubers that you see that have made it, they were there also. And the only thing that separates from the ones that make it and the ones that quit or did not quit is that they kept showing up. Like, let me do that one more video. Let me, maybe I'm gonna succeed, or maybe then they kept going and they didn't quit. That's the difference. That's the secret sauce right there. Uh, Because for me, trust me, I've been in those moments where I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I have a 9 to 5 job. I have to worry about work-life balance. I have to worry about finding the time to film. I have to worry about finding the time to edit. I'm burning the midnight oil sometimes until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to edit so that I can have 1 or 2 videos coming out a week and whatnot. I'm staying up late to do my live streams and stuff like that. But my channel exists because I've refused to stay on the sidelines. I've refused to be a spectator, and I'm boldly taking the helm. I'm boldly being the captain of my ship and saying, I got this, and I'm going to keep doing it. My mission is to boldly uh, inspire you, inspire others to tell their stories with intentionality, with creativity, and to connect and change the world. But if you quit now, then you're never going to know. Maybe you are just one video away from succeeding and you're about to quit. So take heed. Rome was not built in a day. Maybe there's someone out there who's watching that is, maybe they see themselves in your story that you're telling. Maybe there's someone who came from where you came from, right? Someone who's navigating the same in between words, someone who needed to see your face on the screen to believe that they can do it as well. So that person is why you don't quit. That person is your tribe, and they're waiting for your next video. Right. So I hope that these 10 key points, these 10 categories, uh, have stuck with you. But drop something in the comment section right now. Tell me, what is the one thing as a creator in your journey that you're most proud of? Right? No matter how small you are, I want to hear from you as a creator. What is the one thing that you're really, really most proud of as a content creator? What have you learned? What could you do different if you went back? Or how are you moving strategically to level up and change the narrative and change the mindset about where you want to be at as a content creator in 2026? So we've dropped a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom to you guys here. And we're hoping that this somehow uh, is able to connect with you. So if you remember, I started this live stream by asking you, whether you're watching your life or whether you're living your life, right? I don't know if you remember that, but we started off with some technical difficulties, but then we kind of pivoted a little bit. As I mentioned, I was trying to live stream using a camera, but I ended up having to use my laptop, which actually is doing pretty well. I like the quality of the video. It looks very clean and very clear, which is what I was worried about when it's dark. I wasn't sure that we are going to have that perfect lighting, but it just did justice, which I'm pretty proud of. So, as I said, we started our live stream by asking you whether you were living your life or you are watching it, right? Um, and then I hope that in the last hour and 10, in the last 2 hours and 10 minutes that we have been on, that that question has shifted for you from something you heard or something that you felt, because crossing the line from being a spectator into a participant is kind of like a very, very dramatic leap. It's just like, it's not a subtle one. It is the decision you make today to pick up your phone and record that is not an easy one. You're being vulnerable, you're putting yourself out there, you don't know how you're going to get received, you don't know who's going to watch, you don't know who's going to comment, and you don't know whether this is worth it. You're taking a gamble, hoping that this is going to pay off, right? Uh, but the thing is, from what we've shared, you're showing up, right? You are showing up. So I'm a Kenyan living in small town Virginia, and I'm bringing you lifestyle content, bridging my Kenyan connection with my hybrid American experience. Um, I have a camera, I have a phone, and my mission is to keep telling our stories, not to keep them to myself, right? And we're hoping that we can change a life, that we can make a difference in someone else's life. And as I said in this live stream, 2026, we're moving with intentionality. There are 5 key points in addition to the 10 categories that we talked about here with content creation of how I'm leveling up in 2025. One, it's about growth. If anything or anyone is not helping me to grow, then it's not for me. Two, it's about money. Is it bringing me money, or is it helping me make money so I can grow and be financially stable and also grow this channel? Is it bringing me peace, peace of mind, peace of heart, or is it causing me aches and pains? Are you helping me, or is it helping me to make a difference in someone else's life? And lastly, how is all this helping me to change the world or make a difference in the world? So that's the intentionality that we're moving with in 2026. And I hope that these 10 uh, categories have been helpful as a content creator, that you didn't come this far just to come this far. So I want to thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Uh, go create something, go cross the line, and remember to like, share, subscribe. If it's the first time here, support us, help us, watch from beginning to end so that you can help us get our watch hours. Make sure that you like and drop a comment. And if you have been here from day one, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to our returning subscribers. Thank you to Team Chacha Limited. Thank you, family. We appreciate you. We love you. And we'll see you in the next live stream, in the next vlog, in the next short video. Peace, love, God bless. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We'll see you next time. All right. Ciao, Kwaheri. Hasta luego. All right, beautiful people. Thank you. Love you. See you next time.